more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, Top Billin, before I start this, I want to say that this is in no way intended to be disrespect to one of the baddest men on the planet, Keanu Neal, one of my absolute favorite players in all of football, period. But I believe the addition of someone like Xavier McKinney from Alabama would be exactly what the Falcons would need. Ultimately, he would play the same exact position that Keanu Neal plays, but his versatility states that he can play all over the formation and play in conjunction with Keanu Neal. If he were to stay healthy, gotta hoping that he does stay healthy, and that would be a crazy defensive backfield when you factor in a guy like Ricardo Allen and some of the other talent that they have on the roster right now. So, man, Xavier McKinney, though, what? This dude is sick. All right, this is my absolute favorite way that they used Xavier McKinney at Alabama. This was in his sophomore year. He was meant to match up with tight ends, right? He's going against Grant Calcaterra right here in off-man coverage. You can just see the fluidity of his hips, and his football IQ is just amazing, right? So we see him, right? Staying parallel to the line of scrimmage. Look at him, just keeping that foot energy. Just the foot energy. Just look at the foot energy. Foot energy, and he's ready for wherever it goes. My man has a two-way go right here. It doesn't matter because the foot's still popping. Now look at him flip those hips. Look at it. Flip this hip to the outside, rotate in. Now you're ready to rock. No false steps. Look at this. Look at the feet. Proper spacing. Able to chop it up. Now he's in phase. All he has to do is not interfere because he played this with his feet. Now look at this, right? It looks like he's going to interfere right here, right? Not at all. He just slides through, Morpheus style, breaks up the pass, one-on-one coverage. Calcaterra gets one of them payals for his troubles, and he's air sleeping. But great work by Xavier McKinney on this. Matching him up with tight ends in the league, right? You need these guys who can match up with tight ends. Most defensive backs are not strong enough. Most linebackers aren't fluid enough. I think he can be somewhere in between where he can match up with a lot of these great tight ends that the NFL has right now. All right, check my man right here working the matchup zone. Look, this bunch formation, right? Trips to the left, bunch formation. You're going to have an inside fade by the top receiver. The outside receiver is going to be initially running a drag route, then he whips it back out, and that happens to be the matchup portion that Xavier McKinney is working with, and you got CeeDee Lamb right here running an out route. Look at the football IQ, right? FBI is on point. Football intelligence. Staying, look at him. He knows where he has to go, not worry about all that other shit. All you got to do is do your job. Runs with the drag route. Has enough agility to stop playing his feet, and he always does a great job of undercutting, right? Like we seen on the first one, same thing right here. Not going to happen, Captain. Now, think about that. That's from this kid is a natural safety. So having him underneath, letting him guard tight ends and slot receivers, that's worth its weight in gold, especially if you're talking about in the way the Falcons are currently constructed. Now, I don't know how they'll be constructed in the future. I never know what happens to Keanu Neal, but he can definitely work in with that, right? The funny thing about that, when I first met him, he was playing more of like a nickel corner role when he was at Roswell. When I saw him play back, he was like a sophomore in high school or something like that. And I knew this kid was going to be a superstar, and he definitely lived up to that billing. Top billing. All right, one of the things that you have to take in consideration when you talk about guys who are 6 foot, 6'1", competing against tight ends 6'4" to 6'6" and stuff like that, is the ability to leap. Straight up. You got to have that ability, and this kid has that in droves. Check this out. Look at him get up over Grant Calcaterra here. You see him coming your frame right here. Sky up on him. Straight leaps. Damn, look how high he is. Right? So your Calcaterra's probably, 6'4", 6'5". He's up there trying to get the ball, and Calcaterra didn't even go for it. So think about that. That would have been a nasty pick there, but kid has some serious leaping ability. All right, check out the X Factor right here. X-Man Xavier McKinney working at a post safety. So imagine that, right? At Alabama, a lot of these guys cross-train different positions. So in the end game, they can give various looks to teams. So you see him at a post safety, even though he's mostly known as being a strong safety. So check this out. Outside sweep. He's working out of the pedal. Now look at him. You got a fast guy like Jerry Ely about to run the alleyway. Bounces it to the outside. So it's all about the type of angles that you take, right? We see him here. You got to get down the line of scrimmage. You got to be able to judge the speed correctly. And you see him, he comes, right? Ely's a fast dude, right? So he's going to get his. But what you need to do is make sure he knows. Boom. Look at that. Oh. Man comes in a rise with a boom. Pow. Look at that. Jerry Ely, air sleeping. He gone. So that's kind of physicality that this guy will bring into any defensive backfield, right? We don't know where these guys will be drafted. I think he'll be a good fit with the Falcons, but wherever he goes, he's going to bring a lot to the toolbox, and he can be physical, right? You see him playing at a post safety coming downhill, and we see him covering on the inside tight ends and slot receivers as well. All right, we see my man posted up in the dime package, running with the nail blitz. Look at him. He's just too fast for even the left tackle to really react. Running the arc on the left tackle. Left tackle tries to really deep set on him, and it still's not enough. He's in FEMA mode, right? High recovery mode, still can't get there. Look at this. Bye-yow. My man forces a fumble, I believe. Fumble or an interception, probably ended up being a fumble. He was fired up about it too, man. You can use this guy, I'm telling you, in all types of situations there. Endless possibilities. All right. Here he is, backed up in a 2-deep shell. His initial responsibility is the tight end, but then he peels back on another vertical route by the inside slot receiver here. Check it. This is some good football intelligence. So he knows that he's got the deepest of the deep on the inside. We got the inside linebacker carrying the tight end as well, so he has help underneath. Now you see that route starts to bend, but guess what? He's not dumb. They tried to play him, get him to bend with it. All he does was peel back. Shows his ability to play in a 2-deep shell. High point the ball. Usually goes for it with both hands like you're supposed to. Gets himself a pick. Intercepted. So there you go, man. You're not going to find a finer football player than this guy as far as football intelligence goes. A hell of an athlete, a roughneck type, one of these leadership types. He'll be the guy to direct your back end. Although a team like the Falcons don't actually need that right now with a guy like Ricardo Allen back there and with Keanu Neal, the KZ kid. A lot of talent back there. He could add in and infuse some athleticism and some intelligence back there in a group that needs depth first and foremost, but also needs some really stable superstar types, and I think he can be that guy. So let me know what you think about this particular fit here. Would you like to see Xavier McKinney taken if he's available with that, the 16th pick I believe the Falcons have? Let me know, guys, all right? With that being said, tell a friend to subscribe. Tell them we're doing it real big right here. We can easily knock out Falcons content. I can reclaim my throne as the Atlanta's king of doing these Falcons coverage and film studies and stuff that I was doing way back in 2014, man, before everybody jumped on the train, right? But it's your boy Murf, the Underground King, top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.